iPhone screen lit up with a WhatsApp message. Husband, I want you tonight. Sender, Mia. Recipient, my husband. Time, 3:27 p.m. I glanced at my watch. 7 full minutes had passed since I'd uncovered that text. 7 minutes, long enough for a woman's universe to flip upside down. Serena, stop spacing out. Clients waiting. A coworker's voice yanked me back. I locked the screen, touched up my lipstick, and headed for the conference room. 7 hours from now, Jason will learn what a dignified divorce looks like. Before we go on, subscribe and tell us in the comments where you're tuning in from. 3:30 p.m. I sat listening to the client ramble about deal points, but my mind was running a different case. Jason and Mia. Who is Mia? I've scanned Jason's contacts 100 times, never saw that name. Must be a WhatsApp buddy. When did he add her? And why wasn't I told? Vance. Vance? The client's voice snapped me out of it. Sorry, what were you saying? I forced my focus back. I asked if you spot any red flags in this equity transfer contract. I flipped the pages and let 12 years of training take over. Clause 3 has a loophole. It should read. My phone vibrated again. Jason, late meeting tonight. Don't wait up. Meeting. His calendar shows a 7 p.m. department huddle that ends at 8:30. It's only 3:30. How does he already know he'll be out? Unless the meeting isn't work. Vance. Sound good? Perfect. Let's mark it up. I signed off. Anything else? The client shook his head. That's it. I'll send the revised draft tomorrow. I checked my watch. 4 p.m. 6 hours until kickoff. 4 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Back in my Los Angeles office, I powered up my laptop and started running a background check. I know every warning sign of a dying marriage, except, apparently, when it's my own. Jason has been off lately. Later nights. Flimsier excuses. He used to hug me the second he walked in. Now he doesn't even meet my eyes. Bottom line, we haven't touched in 3 months. 3 months, married only 2 years. For any couple, that's a siren. I opened his Instagram. Same upbeat feed, work snaps, the occasional couple selfie, but under every post, the same bubbly avatar keeps popping up. Ponytail, dimples, name, Mia, burning the midnight oil again. Take care. I've been to that sushi bar. The omakase is killer. Great shot, future photographer here. I tapped her profile, user not found. She's blocked me. A stranger I've never met has me on her blacklist. I know exactly what that means. Time to move. I called Leo, Jason's college buddy. Leo, it's Serena. Sis, what's up? Has Jason mentioned a girl named Mia to you? Silence. Sis, you know, my stomach dropped. No what? I thought he'd told you. They've been together 3 months. 3 months, same length as our sexless streak. Level with me. Leo, how far has it gone? You should really ask Jason. I'm asking you. My voice stayed flat. Almost scary. They shack up. Loft right by his office in downtown LA. Shacking up. 2 years of marriage. And he's been playing house with someone else for a quarter of a year. Thanks for the truth. Sis, wait. I hung up. 5.5 hours on the clock. I opened a blank document and began drafting the settlement. I've filed papers for dozens of spouses. Now I would file for myself. 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. The framework was done. We don't own much. The loft in Beverly Hills is his premarital property, but marital payments boosted its value. Under California state law, I'm entitled to my share. 2 cars, his Mercedes, my BMW, easy. Each keeps their own. Bank balance, roughly 800 grand. He salts away his $300,000 salary. My $500,000 covers life. 50-50 would give me 400. I don't want it. I revise. I'll take only my share of the appreciation. Let the rest stay with Jason. Not weakness. Message. Serena walks away from deceit, not dollars. Next, evidence. Their chats are tame but damning. I screenshot everything. I log into Jason's iCloud. Passwords were our wedding vow of transparency. Irony tastes metallic. A folder labeled work docs is packed with photos of them, sushi bar selfies in Little Tokyo, riverside strolls in Santa Monica, hotel room mirror shots, time-stamped last night. He'd claimed a client dinner. I'd even warmed his soup. I archive every pixel if he won't ink the deal gracefully. These are my whole cards. I shut the laptop and headed out. Friday ritual. Jason home by 6. I needed to beat him there. In the car, I dialed Mom. Mom, it's me, Serena. Off early? I'm divorcing Jason. Silence. Why? You two seemed fine. He cheated. Mom, 3 months. That bastard. I never liked his fake smile. I'm coming over. Don't. I've got this. Got this. You're too close to see straight. I'm a lawyer. Remember? Lawyer. Schmoyer, you're my daughter. Sit tight. I'm on my way. Mom, please. By tomorrow it'll be signed and sealed. I'll come by. Explain everything. Mom started to say something else, but I had already reached the gate of our Beverly Hills complex. Mom, I'm hanging up now. We'll talk tomorrow if there's anything left to say. I ended the call and sat in the car for a moment, steadying my breathing. It was 6:10 p.m. Jason would be home soon. I picked up my iPhone and texted him, "Husband, are you eating at home tonight? I made your favorite sweet and sour ribs." He answered almost immediately, "Work dinner tonight. Go ahead and eat without me." Work dinner. Another work dinner. I gave a cold laugh, stepped out, and headed for the elevator. Time to end this. 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. I sat on the living room sofa. On the coffee table in front of me lay 3 neat stacks of paper, the divorce agreement, the property division schedule, and the file of evidence that Jason had cheated. Every page prepared by my own hand. Every clause double-checked. As a professional divorce attorney, I would make sure this divorce was airtight. My iPhone rang. "Jason, wife, I'm leaving the office now. I'll be home around 7. I glanced at the wall clock. 6:40. He still had 20 minutes of freedom. "All right, I'll wait," I said, voice calm. "You sound like you're in a good mood." He sensed something. I've got good news to share." Good news? For me, at least. After the call, I made final preparations. I changed into formal attire, black suit, white blouse, the uniform I wear in court. Tonight I would end this marriage in the most professional manner possible. At the vanity, I touched up my makeup. The woman in the mirror looked composed and elegant. No one would guess the storm inside. I gave myself a mental thumbs up. "Serena, you're doing great." At 7 sharp the doorbell rang. I drew a deep breath and opened the door. Jason stood outside clutching a bouquet. "Wife, flowers for you." His smile looked forced. I took them, inhaled. "Thank you. They're lovely." "Why so dressed up?" he asked, toeing off his shoes. "It's for work. Client meetings later." I arranged the stems in a vase. "Jason, sit. We need to talk." He walked to the sofa and noticed the papers. "What are these?" "The divorce agreement," I said evenly, "plus the property schedule and supporting documents." Jason's face drained of color. "Serena, what do you mean?" I sat opposite him and lifted the agreement. "Jason, let's divorce. 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. "Why? Everything's fine. Why?" His voice trembled. I unlocked my iPhone and opened the chat log between him and Mia. "This is why." He stared at the screen, complexion turning ashen. "Serena, I can explain." "No need." I cut him off. "We're adults. Let's skip the theatrics. You and Mia have been together 3 months, correct?" Silence. "You've moved in together, right?" Still nothing. "Last night you said you were dining with a client, but you were with her, right?" At last he spoke. "Serena, I don't want explanations." I lifted the agreement. "I've drafted everything. Take a look. Let me know if anything's amiss." He skimmed the pages. "About the property, are you sure? Legally you could claim a share of the mortgage appreciation." "I don't want it." "The savings either?" "No." "Then what do you want?" I met his eyes. "A dignified ending." "Jason, I won't turn this into a spectacle. Won't make our parents choose sides. And I sure won't air our laundry in open court." He lowered his head. After a long pause, "Serena, I'm sorry. No apologies needed." I stood. "Pack a bag. I'm staying at a hotel tonight." "Why you?" "This is our home." "Because I want the ritual." I slung my purse over my shoulder. "Starting tonight, I'm rebooting my life. And this place holds too many memories. I need time to digest." Jason started to object, then simply nodded. "About Mia, her name doesn't concern me anymore." I reached the door. "Since you chose her, treat her well. What women fear most isn't rejection, it's deceit." I stepped into the corridor. "Serena." His voice was almost inaudible. I turned. "Thank you." "For what?" "For letting me walk away with dignity." I smiled. "We loved each other once. That's enough." 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Jason sat motionless after signing. I slid the papers into a folder and slipped it into my bag. "Serena, do you hate me?" he asked suddenly. I paused. "No. Why not?" "Hate consumes energy I'd rather spend elsewhere." I zipped the bag. "Jason, 5 years together, 2 as husband and wife, you gave me happy moments. I remember them. Then why divorce?" "Because you changed. Or found someone you love more." I sat again. "Do you love Mia?" He nodded. "That's all I needed to hear." I smiled. "Since you love her, why trap yourself with me? That wouldn't be fair to anyone. But our parents, I'll talk to them." I cut in. "You only need to decide one thing. Who you want beside you for the rest of your life." Guilt and relief mingled in his eyes. "Serena, I'm sorry. Apology unnecessary." I rose. "Gather your things. I've booked a suite downtown. You're the one leaving?" Symbolic. I lifted my roll-on. "From this moment I'm writing my next chapter. And these walls are full of footnotes I'm not ready to reread." He opened his mouth, then shut it and nodded. "About Mia, and not my story anymore." I gripped the handle. "Love her properly, Jason. Women can survive rejection, but betrayal leaves scars." I opened the door. Serena. I looked back. Thank you for everything. Thank me by being happy. I stepped out. Inside the elevator I studied my reflection. No tears. No hysteria. Only calm. Almost coastal serenity. I felt proud. This was the divorce I wanted. Graceful. Surgical. Final. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I checked into a skyline suite at the Ritz-Carlton, Los Angeles. Seated by the floor-to-ceiling window. City lights glittering below. I dialed Mom. Mom, it's done. That fast? Signed. Tomorrow, I file the papers at Los Angeles City Hall. He agreed. He did. And the settlement? I walked away clean. A quiet ending was worth more than the money. She went silent. Serena. Are you sure? The apartment's appreciation alone is $500,000. You're leaving that on the table? Mom, I've got more than enough. $500,000 a year. I can take care of myself. But you're the one who got hurt. I'm not hurt. Mom. I stared at the city lights beyond the window. I feel light, really. I hung up and ordered room service. 1 bottle of red. Tonight I'd raise a glass to my new life. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. I sat at the picture window of the hotel suite, crystal flute in hand. The wine loosened my mood and let the memories roll in, frame by frame. I met Jason in college, engineering for him, pre-law for me. At UCLA. Junior year he started chasing me. After graduation we became official. We were broke. His first job paid $4,000 a month. My internship, too. We split a shoebox apartment in Koreatown. Rode the metro together. Hit the Santa Monica Farmers Market on weekends. And binge-watched dramas at night. Poor. And happy. Eventually our paychecks grew. He jumped to his current firm. I passed the bar and became an attorney. 3 years ago he proposed. I still see him on one knee at Malibu Beach. Taste the salt of my tears. Feel the tremble in our hug. I thought that was the happiness I'd keep forever. Now I wonder if we were ever on the same road. Jason craves stability. I chase challenge. His dream, house, car, savings. Mine, victory for my clients in court. He thinks a woman should nurture home and kids. I think she should bankroll her own life. Differences that were cute while dating turned into cracks once we married. We bickered over little things. Side-eyed each other's routines. Felt chronically misunderstood. Mia's appearance was only the final straw. Strangely, I'm grateful to her. Without her, how many more years would Jason and I have burnt in a loveless contract? 1, 2, a lifetime. Better to end it clean. And early. My iPhone buzzed. Shelly. Serena. You're divorced? News travels fast. How'd you hear? Leo told his wife. She told me. Shelly's voice was racing. Where are you? I'm coming. The Ritz-Carlton penthouse. Stay put. I'm on my way. Half an hour later, she blew through the door and hugged me hard. Serena. Are you okay? I'm great. I poured her a glass. Honestly, I've never felt lighter. Shelly studied me. You sure? I expected a sobbing mess. Why cry? I lifted my glass. To my new life. Cheers. Hold up. She pressed my wrist. Spill first. Leo said Jason cheated. I walked her through the day. When I finished, she slammed the table. That scumbag. 3 months of lying and you just let him walk? Let him. You gave up every penny. That condo's up at least 50 grand. Money's enough when it's enough. Are you insane? Shelly gawked. You're a divorce lawyer. You lecture clients on asset splits. And you just walked. Shelly. I cut in. I earn $500,000. Single. Free. Why drag myself through a money fight? It's not cash, it's justice. My justice is a dignified exit. I sipped. I've watched couples gut each other over dollars. I refuse to join them. Shelly exhaled. People will say you're weak. Weak? I laughed. 7 hours. Uncover the affair. Gather proof. Draft the deal. Ink the deal. That's weak? She blinked. Jason cheated 3 months. I erased the marriage in 7. Who's stronger? Shelly finally nodded. Okay, warrior. Cheers to your efficiency. This time she clinked hard. We drained our glasses. 11:00 p.m. to midnight. Shelly stayed until late. After I walked her out, I showered, slipped into soft pajamas, and slid into bed. I reached for my iPhone, muscle memory nudging me to text Jason goodnight. My fingers froze mid-swipe. We're divorced. I reminded myself, paperwork or not, it's done. I deleted the half-typed line and closed the chat. A few pings waited in our college group text. Serena and Jason split? No way. They looked perfect. Leo says Jason cheated. Seriously. Soap opera stuff. Serena. Speak up. I muted the thread. Jason messaged. Serena. You still up? I hesitated. Then typed, not yet. What time tomorrow? Doors open at 9. Be there at 9:30. Okay. A pause. Serena. I know words are useless, but I'm sorry. I stared at the screen, then answered, Jason. We both need to move on. If you ever need anything, call me. I won't. I'm sure I'll be fine. I believe you. Night. Night. I set the phone down and returned to the window, watching the city glitter. Tomorrow, I wake up single. The idea didn't scare me. It thrilled me. I thought of college Serena, fierce and full of plans. During marriage, I'd shelved hobbies for Jason's comfort. I loved travel. He called it waste. I loved lifting. He said muscle looked wrong on women. I loved girls' nights. He wanted me home. Now I could roam, Hawaii, private trainer, cocktails till 2. I started a mental checklist. 1. New lob cut, right after City Hall. 2. Redesign my office, minimalist. My taste. 3. Buy those stilettos I bookmarked, pricey, but worth it. 4. Crush billable hours, promotion before year-end. Independence first. Always. I actually looked forward to the paperwork. Probably the most optimistic almost divorcee on earth. Next morning, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I strode up to Los Angeles City Hall in tailored suiting, makeup flawless. If I'm ending it, I'm ending it in style. Jason was already there, unshaven, eyes red. Morning, he said. Morning. I opened my folder. Got your ID? I have them. Together we walked into City Hall and joined the line at the divorce counter. Several couples were ahead of us, some quarreling, some sobbing, others staring blankly. Only we waited in quiet calm. Next couple. Our turn. The clerk was a middle-aged woman who looked as if she'd seen everything. IDs. Marriage certificate. Settlement agreement. She stretched out her hand. We passed the documents over. She skimmed them briskly. You're both sure you want the divorce? Yes. We answered in perfect unison. Regarding property division, the wife is certain she's waiving her share? The clerk looked at me. Certain. The loft goes to the husband? Yes. The savings as well? Yes. She glanced at Jason, then back at me. Young lady, you really won't reconsider. This decision hurts you, I'm sure. She sighed and began to file the papers. 15 minutes later, we held our divorce decrees. Outside on the steps we stood, neither of us sure what to say. Serena. Jason spoke first. What is it? Take care of yourself. You too. I offered my hand. Jason, thank you for these 2 years. He stared at my outheld hand, hesitated, then shook it. I should be the one thanking you. We let go and walked to our separate cars. Driving away, I felt strangely calm. No crushing sorrow, no wild relief, just a soft, reflective sigh. A relationship. Finished. From strangers to lovers. From lovers to spouses. From spouses to exes. 7 years. Closed with a period. At the red light, I stopped and waited. I picked up my iPhone and posted on Instagram, new beginning. May the years be gentle. May the road ahead shine. The photo was the sunlight outside my hotel window this morning. Comments and likes poured in at once. Shelly was first. I'm with you. Single life rocks. Mom hit like and messaged, come home for dinner, sweetheart. Friends sent warmth and encouragement. Reading those kind words, I realized divorce might not be a disaster. At least I had my freedom back. 2:00 p.m. evening. I went to the salon in Beverly Hills and had my long hair cut to shoulder length. Miss, are you positive about cutting so much? The stylist fretted. Your hair is gorgeous. Positive. I studied the mirror. I need a change. An hour later I stepped out. Reborn. The woman in the reflection looked sharper, more confident. Nothing like the gentle young wife of 2 years ago. Exactly the change I wanted. Next stop, Rodeo Drive. For the stilettos I'd coveted forever. Black. 10 centimeters. Minimalist lines. Deadly elegant. Jason used to say heels that high were unsafe. Now I could wear the sky if I wished. I twirled before the mirror. Perfect. That evening I treated myself to an expensive sushi bar, Sugarfish in downtown LA. Jason always complained Japanese food cost too much. Tonight I ordered the priciest set and a flask of sake. Alone in my booth, I savored every bite. No one rushed me. No one griped about the bill. No one rolled eyes at my slow pace. Freedom tasted delicious. Halfway through, my iPhone rang. Unknown number. Is this attorney Serena Vance? Speaking. I'm Mia, Jason's girlfriend. I set my chopsticks down. What can I do for you? I'd like to meet you, if possible. Why? I want to apologize to your face. I considered, right now, if it's convenient. Sugarfish, downtown LA, 5th floor booth. I'll be there soon. 20 minutes later Mia appeared at the door. Young, maybe 25, unquestionably pretty. Attorney Vance. Sorry to interrupt your dinner. She sounded nervous. Sit. I laid my chopsticks aside. Want anything to drink? No. I just want to say I'm sorry. She sat, eyes lowered. About Jason and me. I know it was wrong, but you love him, right? I asked evenly. She nodded, tears shimmering. Mia, you owe me no apology. I lifted my sake cup. Love isn't a crime with culprits. Still, you were his wife. Ex-wife, I corrected. We signed the papers this morning. She blinked. That fast? Fast enough. I sipped. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What kind of man do you think Jason is? She thought. Kind, thoughtful, responsible. Any flaws? Sure. Stubborn. Not very romantic. I smiled. So you do know him. Why do you ask? Attorney Vance? Because I want to know if you love him or just love the thrill. I held her gaze. Jason is decent, but he's human. If you chose him for a rush, you'll both lose. I truly love him. Her voice shook. These 3 months I kept wishing he weren't married. He isn't anymore. I rose. Take care of him, Mia. Men bruise easier than they admit. I collected my bag. Attorney Vance. Mia stopped me. I turned. Thank you. Her eyes shone. Thank you for letting us be. Don't thank me. I smiled. Thank yourself. Your courage earned your love. Outside the sushi bar I checked my watch. 9 p.m. My first day as a divorcee was ending. I'd cut my hair, bought new shoes, feasted, and met my ex-rival. Now she's Jason's girlfriend, and I'm merely an outsider. Feels decent. 1 week later, my new routine had clicked. At work I landed a huge case, a $50 million commercial dispute. If I win, my cut is $500,000. Personally, I moved out of the marital loft and rented a sleek 1-bedroom in downtown LA. Small, but stylish. Steps from the metro. Worth every penny. Living alone is bliss. Sleep when I want. Stream whatever. Order anything. No one moans about late hours. Pricey takeout. Or my K-drama marathons. Freedom. Absolute. Friday night, Shelly and I hit the new speakeasy in Silver Lake. Serena, you're a different woman. She admired my lob cut. So fierce. Right. I love it. I fluffed my hair. Come on. Rumor says the bartender's gorgeous. Oh ho. Scouting men 1 week post-divorce? She teased. Looking isn't illegal. I linked my arm through hers. Besides, I'm single. I have options. The speakeasy really was something. Tasteful decor. Music just loud enough to feel alive without shouting over it. We snagged a booth and ordered drinks and bar bites. To your new life, Shelly said, lifting her crystal flute. Cheers. We talked, sipped, and watched the parade of strangers drift past. Serena, you're really not sorry? Shelly asked out of nowhere. Sorry about what? Walking away from half the equity. That loft has appreciated at least 500 grand. Not sorry. I was certain. Shelly, this past week I've been happier than in the entire 2 years of my marriage. How come? Because I found myself again. I set my glass down. For 2 years I compromised, bent, swallowed my own needs. I thought that was marriage, thought that was love, and now I know real love should make you better, not make you disappear. I studied the swirl in my glass. With Jason I shrank, with Mia he glows. What does that tell you? That you two were wrong from the start. Exactly. I smiled. So thank you, Mia, for the clarity. Guess you really do owe her a toast. Absolutely. I raised my drink. To Mia, she saved all of us. Shelly burst out laughing. Your mindset is unreal. Mid-laugh, my iPhone buzzed, unknown number. Hello, Vance. It's Davis, CEO of West Coast Dynamics. We spoke about a retainer. Davis's right. The head of that conglomerate who'd picked my brain last month. Davis, what can I do for you? We've got a thorny legal fight. Need counsel. Big claim amount. Messy facts. Can you give me the broad strokes? Better in person. When are you free? Monday morning works. Done. I'll send details. I hung up. Shelly lifted a brow. Whale client? Looks like it. I felt the buzz in my chest. My practice is about to spike. Post-divorce power play. Huh. New man next? Hard pass. I shook my head. I'm building my firm. That's it. Not even open to dating? Not now. I scanned the room. Living solo is oxygen. No check-ins. No compromises. Just me and my calendar. Gets lonely eventually. Lonely beats suffocating. I met her eyes. Plus I've got work, friends, passions. My days overflow. Shelly exhaled. You've officially moved on. No, moved forward. I lifted my flute again. To my next chapter. 1 month later, I sat in my brand new corner office in Manhattan Beach CBD. Framed bar admission glowing on the wall. Grinning like a fool. Prime location. Compact but designer perfect. Mine. Every inch. Files for half a dozen cases blanketed the desk. Davis's monster front and center. 3 court sessions down. Odds of winning sky high. Victory means I'll double last year's income. Financial independence feels like armor. I've never stood taller. My iPhone rang. Mom. Serena. Weekend dinner. Come home. On my way. I locked up and drove past the sushi bar where Mia and I had our strange heart-to-heart. Yesterday Shelly told me she and Jason are officially shacking up in downtown LA. Radiant as ever. Zero sting, in fact. A quiet relief. At the house Mom had laid out a feast. Mom, 2 people can't finish this. Your dad's dropping by. She set the last dish down. Sit. Tell me everything. Work's on fire. Life's full. I'm good. Promise. How can I not worry? She sat. You're 28. Prime time. And thriving. Why push for a boyfriend? Company matters when the nights get long. Long beats stifling. I squeezed her hand. Look at me. Glowing. Right. Better than married me ever looked. She studied my face. True. You sparkle now. Then we're done worrying. I beamed. Dad walked in. There's my girl. Hey, Dad. I poured his tea. Big case is buzzing along. Killing it. He patted my shoulder. Proud of you. Walking away took guts. Thanks, Dad. No gratitude needed. It's your win. He raised his cup. To your freedom. We clinked. 3 generations laughing over porcelain. After dinner and bad TV, I headed back. In my loft I drew a bath, slid into soft cotton, and took the night air on the balcony. Alone, quiet, limitless. 1 month ago, I was a wife tangled in grocery lists. Tonight I'm a single woman with the world on retainer. Divorce as rocket fuel. Who knew? I snapped a photo of the fat full moon over the Pacific and posted, "Thank every twist for showing me who I am." Likes and hearts flooded in, love from every corner. I glanced at the clock. 7 hours since those 7 crushing minutes in our old bedroom. Would I press replay? In a heartbeat. Those 7 decisive hours bought me this sky, this breath, this life. Thanks for listening. If the story lit you up, smash like and share. Drop your truth in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. More fire coming soon.